What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Tony's Picks Look Ahead show here with yours truly, Vegas Al, ready to break down. We got January 27th action here for Tuesday, a money-making Tuesday. Ready to get into today's action. We're going to cover a lot. We got some Australian Open, some German Bundesliga soccer I'll get into later on in the show, college basketball, NBA, NHL. We're coming off a 1-1 day today. Arizona did get it done for us there in Provo. Tough spot. They remain undefeated. Loved the buy low price we had there. And the Bruins, of course, couldn't get it done against my crappy Rangers. Of course, my Rangers want to step up when I'm betting against them. Gotta love it. So 1-1 day is what it is. We will see if I have hockey tomorrow. A big slate, plenty of opportunities. So might have to dabble in some hockey again. Not going to take this loss too hard. Again, 1-1 day. We're still 4-6 in the last 10. Just been break even-ish since the last week. A lot better than what it was before because we were getting our head buried. But for tomorrow, again, huge top 5 type teams playing here. At least the first game I'm going to get into. Like and subscribe here before we get into this action. College hoops is where we'll start. Again, like and subscribe. Let's get into it here. We got Nebraska and Michigan. I had to go to this top 5 matchup right off the bat. Boy, oh boy, Nebraska here undefeated this year. A juggernaut. Waiting on my boy Sonny to appear here in the chat. Every time I've backed his Cornhuskers, they've burned me, even though they're undefeated here. I'm going to go to them. To me, it seems straight disrespect, plus 10.5. You look at the wins they've had already in the Big Ten, Illinois, Michigan State they've beaten. I got 5 quality wins. I'm not going to count the Oregons or the Penn State type wins. I don't know. To me, Michigan losing there to Wisconsin, a team in which Nebraska took care of. I don't know, 3 quality wins you can really count out of, Michigan so far in the Big Ten. I get it. They were blowing everybody out. They've actually won 4 straight since the Wisconsin win, in which they've won each one by 10 points or more. I guess that's where the line is coming from. You look roster for roster, I would give the slight edge to Michigan, obviously. But 6 out of the 8 guys of this 8-man rotation for Nebraska are 6'8" and taller. Of course, those 2 guards, 6'3", 6'1". Jamarcus Lawrence, really the main guy, scored 27 versus Oregon about 4 or 5 games ago. I get it, only 10 points per game, but he's going to step up here in this spot. Nice 6'3" senior guard. Transferred out to Rhode Island last year and now is back with the program. I don't know. I like Nebraska. I think they're a live dog on the money line. And, of course, the plus 10.5 with those Nebraska Cornhuskers here. Sonny should like that one a lot. Hopefully I don't jinx his team. On to the next one here. We got Arkansas, Oklahoma. Another matchup in which I think this is just straight up a buy low number. Oklahoma 6 straight losses. Every single statistic in basketball, Arkansas outranks them in. Again, you're going to hear me say that a lot. Looking at a lot of these statistical rankings, scoring, points per game, pace, 3-point shooting, free throw shooting, turnovers, steals, offensive rebounding, defensive rating, all of those statistics. So when I say outranks them in every stat, that's what I mean. So clearly head and shoulders the better team is Arkansas. Buy low number, you could say it's sketchy. I get it, but I think Calipari gets his boys ready to handle business here. Lay the minus 2.5 with Arkansas in that one. I'm going to zip through these. A lot of games I'm going to get into. I'm giving you guys almost 50 total games between all of these sports. Next game up, Dayton and Rhode Island. I actually just talked about Rhode Island actually with the Nebraska kid there. But Rhode Island here I think will be overmatched versus Dayton. Again, better shooting, better scoring, better defensive rated team. So not only are they the better team shooting the ball and putting the ball in the basket, they're also getting more stops here at this Dayton squad. The FSU game is what put this Dayton squad on the map. I remember that was a funky line, and they covered it. Here we got a minus 8.5. Total 136 seems a little light. I'd actually look at the over here. Don't get me wrong. These two teams can play a little defense and a slow pace if they want to. But Dayton this year, they've been able to play fast pace, slow pace. I just think they're simply the better team. I get it. -8.5 seems like a lot, but I'd be on those Dayton Flyers in this one. We got Syracuse. We got NC State. I'll be honest, feels like a little too many points. I thought NC State would be laying 5, maybe 4 points here at home. Problem is Syracuse, as of late, lost 3 straight. The loss to BYU, the loss to Boston College there, was it last Saturday or so, got me way, way, way off the map. I'm sure that will piss off Whiskers, but I'm sorry, Whiskers, if you've been backing these Syracuse Orangemen, at least within the last week or so, it's been ugly. Not ready to get on them here, even catching +11.5. Again, another situation in which NC State almost outranks them in every single statistic, especially free throws. There's not a team really much in the country that doesn't outrank Syracuse in free throws. Dreadful from the free throw line. I could argue NC State also, gets up for this game here. They played to their competition. Their loss to Georgia Tech comes to mind. I think they get up here. Syracuse still has the name, still has the lure. Give me NC State Wolfpack here in this one. Lay it. All right, we got Buffalo. We got Bowling Green. I could argue wrong team favored here to get 7.5 with Buffalo, a team that went tooth and nail down to the wire with the undefeated Miami, Ohio, the juggernaut of this conference. Yeah, I got no problem taking the 7.5 points here with Buffalo. Again, I could argue they should have been favored maybe -1.5 on the road to get 7.5 points, almost running to the window here with Buffalo in this one. All right. Let me check the comment section here, and then I'll get into Missouri and Alabama. We got DeAndre showing some love. Have a good show, bro. See y'all on Night Moves. Yes, Night Moves right after this. Check out all the shows we have on Tony's Picks here. Real love. Arizona showed us some real love tonight. But they were up by like 20 or something, and then I had to step away for a moment. I checked my phone. They're only up by 1. I was like, oh, no. We got it done. We pulled it out there at the end. And then my boy AOD, good to see him back in here. Let's get into this show, guys. We got a good one here ahead of us. Already broke down a few college basketball games. We'll get back into this action here. We got Missouri, Alabama. To me, total is where is this total at? Yeah, 165. I had this 172. I think there's 7, possibly 10 points of value here. Anytime I see Bama, I better see the totals with a 170 or over. I'm taking. I mean, this 110-98 was a Missouri win last year. You look, Alabama's 3rd most threes in all of college basketball, play at an insanely fast pace. Missouri can go pace for pace with them. Also, the better field goal percentage shooting team is Missouri. Found that actually quite impressive. Again, a lot of shots, a lot of threes will be attempted from the Alabama side. Missouri's going to have to do, the same to keep up. I love the over 165.5. I'll stay away from the -10. It all depends on if Missouri runs out of gas. They're able to keep it, and if their outside shot gets knocked down here. I like the over, really, 165, Missouri and Alabama. Next game up, another nice matchup here. We got Purdue and Indiana. Purdue in another bounce-back spot here. Lost last time out to Illinois. We got the over cash in that game. I don't know if I'll necessarily go to a total here. I could see this one being a little bit of a scrap. I do like the -4 with Purdue. Simply the better team, a bounce-back spot, rivalry game. Fletcher Lawyer, Braden Smith, these two guys here in the backcourt have played with each other now 4 years. I still like another guy out of this backcourt, CJ Cox, the sophomore here, to make a name for himself. They need a third option, really, out of this backcourt. It can't just be all Lawyer and Braden Smith. Obviously, the front court, plenty of size, can compete with anybody. I know they let us down last time there versus Illinois, but I got to go back to them here. Give me Purdue in the in-state rivalry game minus the 4.5 in that one. All right, we got UMass. We got Miami of Ohio. And when I was looking at this one, I was expecting UMass to be getting at least 12 to 13 points. I even wrote down 17.5 is what I was expecting. I know that's a giant number, but we're dealing with Miami of Ohio here. Again, the juggernaut of this conference. They've had a couple close calls as of late. I get it. But I think they step up here lay the wood on UMass. These two teams haven't met since 2014. You look, Miami of Ohio, 23rd in the nation in free throw shooting. Again, that's almost automatic. Being in the top 25 like that is solid, especially when you look over there, UMass 325th in the nation in free throws. To me, that matters. We'll lay the -9.5 in this one. Give me Miami, Ohio, the juggernauts. All right, some more chalk here for you guys. We'll go to the road favorite here with Creighton. I think it's a buy low number. Obviously, the better shooting team. Marquette has just been dreadful from anywhere, really, from 2 or 3 this season. Also, Creighton, the better defensive rated team. Got no problem here going to Creighton. Again, I feel like a buy low number minus the 1.5 in that one. So Creighton it is. All right, final game I'll talk about, and then I'll get back to the chat here. We have New Mexico, UNLV. I don't touch UNLV right now with a 25,000-foot pole. Excuse me. I just can't stand this squad. To me, it's almost IU Indy-like how they play at this fast pace. Again, they'll go helter-skelter up and down the court. Problem is they can't make a shot really to save their life. New Mexico almost better in every single stat when you look at all the rankings outside of pace. Again, UNLV or IU Indy, I can't make my mind up here. Am I being a little bit of a homer that's hating on his home team because you want to see them do better? Yes, but New Mexico's for real. I'm not going to step in front of them. To me, it's a good. I was expecting -6 or -7. We got a -4.5 here with New Mexico. I'm also not mad at the over just because I feel like New Mexico can get to 80. UNLV will try. They'll jack up tons of shots. So there you go with that. An 88 to 80 type game wouldn't surprise me. That'll get you over that total. I don't know. A take I have here is I want to see Greg Anthony get in coaching and coach this UNLV team. I know that was such a random name. You're like, Greg Anthony. This guy right here from my backyard here in Vegas, Rancho High School graduate, obviously a UNLV alum, NBA champion. Great guy, I think, to get this program turned around. Hate to start calling for the coach's job, but it is what it is. I think they need a new face in there and somebody that could really hit the recruiting trail hard. I could see a guy like Greg Anthony turning the program around. And obviously not a lot of coaching experience, but you got to go with one of these alums that have won before in the past. Get back to this Jerry Tarkanian type UNLV squad. I'll just quit getting on my UNLV hate rant. Give me New Mexico here. Minus the 4.5, in which I'll be fading UNLV until then, until we get Greg Anthony in the building. All right. What we got here? Detail for you. I had Arizona Timberwolves in a parlay. Big sweat with Arizona, right? Tell me about it. Sonny's in the chat. I was wondering, did you see the end of that Arizona game about to tear this house apart? Sonny, come on, bro. I told you guys Arizona last night. We're going to get it back tomorrow, though, Sonny, with your Nebraska Cornhuskers. Don't be scared to back your team tomorrow. I'm backing them with you. Let's get it. Screw Michigan. All I got to say there. And Kelly's in the chat. Good to see Kel Dog in the chat here. What is wrong with my Marquette Warriors? They stink this year. Tell me about it. Nobody can make an outside shot from Marquette. Buy low price with Creighton. That's where I'm looking in that one. Good to see an active chat tonight. Thank you guys for tuning in. Things starting to turn around a little bit. Cold middle of the month, really. We started out hot, then got dreadfully cold. And now, back in action here. I guess 1-1. I've seen better. Let me get into the NBA, then I'll get back to the chat, guys. We got Trailblazers and Wizards here. A back-to-back spot here for the Blazers. I was seeing that they were losing they lost. My phone just died. Sorry, guys. Phone just died, and that's a huge deal. I'm going to have to go off the top of the dome right now. So irresponsible. I hate to do this. Let me pause the show, y'all. Let me pause the show. Give me 2 minutes. All right, y'all. Got it charging. We'll see if it'll turn on. Okay. Charging right now, 5 seconds. Anyways, Trailblazers on a back-to-back. Somebody in the chat let me know if they got that done. I'll go visit the chat real quick. They were playing Boston tonight. I saw they were losing by like 10. What do you call it? Nebraska missing best player. I don't think I'm touching that game. Maybe take the under. Second best player. Yes. I did see that. I just too much at stake again. An undefeated season at stake. It doesn't come across. It doesn't come around often here. It does not come around often. A chance at being undefeated. Of course, iPhones suck. You guys know this, right? iPhones are no good. That's all I got to say. Oh, wow. We might have to go. We might have to go solo dolo tonight. Let the dang thing turn on. It's doing that thing where it turns on like it's charged and then it dies. So, again, I would actually be on the Wizards here plus the 7.5. I get it. It's dreadful. They're like 18-26 this year to the number. Just burning money. Can't trust the Trailblazers on a back-to-back. Again, let me see the result in this game tonight. Right. Now I got my phone on. Without my phone, I can't do nothing, guys. This is the holy grail for everything. It has all my notes, all the apps I use. It's yes. Without the phone, we can't do the show. So tonight, yep, they wound up covering the. Well, it depends on the number you got, because I saw 7.5s out there. Celtics 102, Blazers 94. Don't like the back-to-back spot. Reluctantly going to the Wizards here, plus a 7.5. Enough talking about my phone and wasting some time here. Kings, Knicks, next game. When I was looking at this one, the Knicks have just played extremely well at home. They've covered 5 straight in Madison Square Garden versus the Kings. I don't know. This is also a revenge spot. I believe the Kings outrighted the Knicks there earlier this season, like a month ago or so. Or earlier this month, really. Again, 15-8 to the spread here are the Knicks at home. I would argue the total feels a little too low. I could expect the Knicks to possibly reach 130 here. Love the backcourt. Let me get to the injury report here before I start talking about anything else. Injury report-wise, I'm seeing nobody for the Knicks. So, again, check this in the morning. But to see Malik Monk and Zach LaVine and Keegan Murray on the injury report, 3 big pieces that I would want if I wanted to back the Kings. I get it. It's a gross, ugly number, but I'm laying the what I see now as 13.5. I did see 15.5 earlier. So, again, do your line shopping. But Knicks at minus 13.5, 15.5, I will lay it with the New York Knicks at home here. We got Bucks and 76ers. This one's getting up to 10.5 now. I like the Bucks there at 9.5, so of course I like them at 10.5. Let me get here to the injury reports. Giannis, Kevin Porter, and Taurean Prince will all be out. Paul George, Joel Embiid, game time decisions for tomorrow. Again, check their status. I'll be honest and say I don't think it matters too much when it comes to at least this plus 10.5. I definitely think the Bucks can keep this competitive. I just, Kuzma, Miles Turner, Bobby Portis, a front court that I like, actually. All 3, when needed, can shoot the 3 a little bit. And then we're going to need a huge step-up game here out of Ryan Rollins. I love the prop for Ryan Rollins of 20-plus points. So there you go with that. To me, it's Bucks or pass in this one. I'll take all those points in that Ryan Rollins 20-plus point performance in that one. Thunder and Pelicans here. Next game up. Thunder laying the 14.5. Injury report is ugly for them. Isaiah Hartenstein, A.J. Mitchell, Alex Caruso, Kason Wallace, Jalen Williams, just to name a few on the injury report here for the Thunder. They are laying, like I said, 14.5. You look their last 6 home games, they're 1-5 to the number. Historically, they have dominated New Orleans. Last 10 meetings versus New Orleans, 8-2 to the number, and predominantly laying a boatload of points. However, I think with all these injuries on the injury report, Thunder now getting everybody's best shot, even these lowly teams like the Pelicans. Feels like a case of too much points. I'll give you a final score like a 127 to 118, that type of score. So maybe an over total at 234.5 seems light. So that's all I got to say. Well, all these injuries, though, on the Thunder, so cause for pause on that total. I like just getting the points with the Pelicans. Points with the Pelicans there. And that one, Pistons and Nuggets. Let me get into this one injury report-wise first. Right, I'm seeing really just Karis LeVert out for the Pistons. A super deep team is this Pistons squad. I believe it was 11 players with over 17 minutes in this squad. Cameron Johnson, Aaron Gordon, Christian Braun, Jamal Murray, Peyton Watson, Jonas Valanciunas, Tamar Bates, and, of course, Nikola Jokic, all listed. That's 9 players I'm seeing on the injury report for the Nuggets. So, yes, we will see the G League rejects out there tomorrow night for those Nuggets, getting 6.5 points at home. Again, I do think the Pistons are a little bit of a juggernaut this year. I'm not wanting to step in front of them anymore. You are laying 6.5 in elevation. You look, how has the Pistons done historically? Just straight up, last 16 meetings in Denver, 2-14. Can't win in Denver to save their life. 1-5 in their last 6 games as well in Denver. That's to the number. And now you're having to lay something with them. To me, I'm reluctantly doing it, but I think it's still the right side to go Pistons here. You guys know I love my Denver Nuggets. You guys know it. Can't do it, though. I got to go here to those Detroit Pistons on the road here, minus the 6.5. We got Nets. We got Suns. What do you got here? Suns here plus the 9. Total of 212.5. When I was looking at the injury report, I was seeing Devin Booker. Let me see if he's still on there. Nope. Yeah, he is. Devin Booker with the ankle and Jalen Green. And then for the Nets here, Noah Clowney, which is a piece I want in. Tyrese Martin, who's let me down year long prop-wise. Cam Thomas is now listed as a game time. So, again, do your research on those injuries before you place anything here. Michael Porter Jr. props are always live. You look 1-9 in the Nets' last 10 games, losers of 5 straight, 6-15 on the road. Suns have been one of the more profitable teams all year long, especially against the number. What is it? They are 31-15 to the number, just absolutely printing money. They're on a 6-1 ATS run at home in their last 7 games. I'll argue the Suns play a little bit better without Booker tomorrow night against those Nets. Lay it with Phoenix in that one. We got Clippers. We got Jazz. This one, little tricky. I remember I think it was opening night. Jazz there was a cash outright blowout of the Clippers. Then the Clippers mugged them and got their revenge. I don't know. Jazz play way too competitively here against the Clippers. 7-1 ATS-wise in the last 8 home games versus those Clippers. You're getting 8.5 points here. Feels like enough for me. Injury report-wise as well, we're seeing Kawhi, Chris Dunn, Ty Washington, Bogdan Bogdanovic, Derek Jones, Chris Dunn, all on the injury report for the Clippers. Harkless, Yusef Nurkic, Keontae George, Georges Niang, Kevin Love, and Lauri Markkanen. Possibly a little G League reject type game here. Just those numbers that I said, 7-1 ATS, last 8 meetings versus LAC. Give me the Jazz here to at least cover the number plus the 8.5 in that one. All right, let me check the chat here. All right. So we got Sonny having some cold feet on his Nebraska Cornhuskers. I don't know, Sonny. I don't know. I got to go to him. The plus 10 looks too good. Look at the Big Ten records. More impressive resume from Nebraska. You know that. Sonny likes Arkansas as well. Yes, buy low number. Let's not overthink it with that one. All right, let's get into some hockey. We got Predators and Bruins here. Give me 1 second. Let me put up all these games. Right. Screw the Rangers. Anyways, let me get into this. Predators and Bruins. We were on the Bruins again tonight versus the Rangers. They let us down. Now we're dealing with a back-to-back spots. I just can't stand the Predators. Don't want to bet on them ever. I don't know. First meeting of the year between these two. Bruins minus 110 seems by low numberish. I could make a case that they show up flat, though. That's why I'm not rushing to the window to bet it. That loss versus New York, ugly. Yeah, just back-to-back spots, what's worrying me. But if I had to just simply make a bet on this one, it'd still be the Bruins. I'm just cautious there in that one. And also waiting on goalie confirmations. A lot of these are just expected. When we look at the next one, Sabres and Maple Leafs, I'm seeing Luukkonen here and Stolarz. Not liking Stolarz's numbers. Luukkonen has obviously been a little bit better year-long wise. Is Nylander? Yes, Nylander's still out on IR. I've made a deal with myself. I'm not betting on the Maple Leafs as long as Nylander's not playing. What was it last time versus the Avalanche lost? And I remember thinking about even trying to take some value with them. No, thank you. Losers of 4 straight while the Sabres have been playing well really all year long. Winners of 3 straight. Not going to overthink this one. The minus 105 price to me is with the Buffalo Sabres. I'm taking that here in this one. VGK's played well in Montreal, believe it or not. A lot of overs as well historically between these two teams. When you look, VGK is expected to have Aiden Hill and Dobes, is actually confirmed already for the Canadiens. Just ugly loss there against the Senators for the VGK or Vegas Golden Knights. Expecting a bit of a bounce back. Montreal, it was 4-1 the last meeting that was earlier this season. So that one actually snuck under the total. I like the over in this one as I think VGK's defense is still going to fall apart. I don't like Aiden Hill. I like the over. I still do lean to Golden Knights to get them a little get-right spot. They may be now the team that gets a lot of goals. Reluctantly trying to go to that one, though. Vegas has been burning me. They've been burning me. But a lot of public sentiment saying to stay away. That's when I want to get on. So Vegas Golden Knights and the over in that one. Shout out to those Oilers, by the way. The total was 7. They scored 7 goals themselves tonight. Love the over in that one. Over the 6.5, over the 7 tonight between Oilers and Ducks. That was a nice one there for us. Again, Kings and Red Wings here. Kings just had a game canceled. I could argue it's a throw into their rhythm here. So, yes, I get it. They did get some nice rest. But when you're expected to have to play and then last second, oh, no, you don't have to play. You get an extra day of rest, and now you get to go travel to Detroit. Throws off their routine to me. They might have celebrated a little too much to have a day off. Who knows? On the road, Detroit's been a juggernaut so far, at least at home this year. A team I don't mind backing. Minus 130 here. Gibson is confirmed. He's been solid. 2.56 goals allowed per game all year. Kemper's been solid as well. I could argue this is an under-type game, but I'd rather be on the Detroit Red Wings here in case they explode here and take advantage of a Kings team who's kind of not in the rhythm with that whole cancellation thing. I don't know. I could be overthinking it, but the Warriors T-Wolves game kind of went like that first one. They could mess the rhythm up of these teams, man, when they start canceling games. Now the schedule's all thrown off. We're having to go last minute, do this, change of plans, this. Give me the Red Wings here. We got Mammoth and Panthers. Panthers, the minus 150 favorites. Did those Mammoth get it done tonight? Let me double check. Of course, they lost, and the puck line would have hit, like I said. Lightning minus 1.5 cashes. Yes, I'm still going to be on the same sentiment that I'm looking to fade the Mammoth on this little 3-game road trip. Dropped it tonight to the Lightning. I think they drop it again to the Panthers, and then I think they drop it to the Hurricanes. Then they go back on to Utah and start getting right again. They're going to get roughed up on this road trip. I'm not scared to. Minus 150 is juiced. Do what you want. If you want the puck line, the minus 1, then regulation. Plenty of ways. Team total possibly over. Is it? Yeah, it's Vanasek too. So, again, I would say not the best of options between him and Vejmelka. So, I like a team total possible over for the Panthers. plenty of ways to get on the Florida Panthers here. That's what I'm on. In this one, we got Jets. We got Devils. Devils here, minus 125. Allen is confirmed. A 2.56 goals allowed all season is solid. 1 goal, 4 goals, 4 goals, 3 goals, 2 goals in his last 5 games. Hellebuck, of course, in net. An option I never mind backing. Jets are starting to play a little bit better. I know they've lost 2 straight, but feels to me like they've been a little bit more competitive. I don't like backing the Devils. I like unders in Devils games, and we got 2 goalkeepers here that are capable of giving us an under-style game. That's where I lean. Devils definitely trend to the under this year. Jets, their lack of scoring can help. Give me the under 5.5. Sidewise, I do lean a little bit to the plus money here with those Winnipeg Jets. All right, Stars and Blues. Let me get into the chat real quick, and I'll get back to it. How about Purdue? Don't see them losing 3 in a row. Oh, yeah, I've already covered it. Love Purdue minus 4.5 tomorrow versus Indiana. A definite bounce back spot. In-state rivalry spot. Got to go to Purdue here. Way too much continuity in that backcourt. Fletcher Lawyer, Braden Smith. I'll say it again. 4 years they've played together. It's rare to see in today's college basketball. I like that backcourt. I'm not going to fade him here in this spot. I like Purdue, Sonny. A little Purdue, Nebraska 2-teamer. Come on, bro. You got to throw your Nebraska Cornhuskers in there tomorrow. I feel like I'm talking about them too much, though. So let me stop talking about it and bringing it up. Well, we got Stars and Blues here. That's what I was going to talk about hockey-wise. All right, 1 second. Stars, Blues. Stars, yes, minus 150. Ottinger is expected. Hoffer is expected. 2 goalies that I can trust actually to keep it kind of low scoring. Blues, though, again, losers of 4 straight. Not a team I've been backing consistently all year. Stars, don't get me wrong, they were roughed up to start January. Have picked things up a little bit as of late, at least to get the bounce back win there last time out. Ride the momentum here with the Stars. Don't overthink it. Minus 150. I get it. It's juiced. Same sentiment I said with the Panthers. Find a way to get on them. Team total over minus 1.5, minus 1 in regulation. Whatever you guys want to do. Stars is where I'm looking in that one. We got Blackhawks. We got Wild. Blackhawks here with Spencer Knight expected, and then Gustafsson here for the Wild. I've loved Gustafsson all year trying to back him. I've loved Spencer Knight trying to back him at times as of late. I think he got rocked the other night. Yes, he got rocked versus Florida. But, 3 goals, 0 goals, 2 goals, 3 goals after or before all that. A 2.57 goals allowed all year. He's been a solid option for the Blackhawks. Again, I like the under in this one as well. Prop-wise, I always go to my boy Kirill Kaprizov here. Anytime goal. It's always juiced. Let me see injury-wise. Yep, Boldy's no longer on the injury report. It's been playing here. Yeah, I like Wild. I like the under a 2-0 exact score if you want. Get some plus money. Again, Wild are minus 230, so it's the same thing. You're going to have to find a way to get on them, either a team total over, even though I think this one could be a low-scoring game. Minus 1.5 or a win to 0, a win to 0. That's a soccer bet, but you have it in hockey as well. Exact score, whatever you guys want. I like Wild here in this one. Chalky. Next game up, we got Canucks and Sharks. I like the I was wanting to get plus money with them, but I get why they're favored here. The Sharks, minus 125. Askarov and Lankinen expected in goal. Immediately thinking over when I see these two names. 3.32 goals allowed, 3.19 goals allowed. Both save percentages with an 8 in front of it. Red flag, red flag, red flag. Yeah, I like the Sharks' little young lineup they have. Obviously, Celebrini doing his thing this year. I lean them. I just refuse to do a Canuck dance this year. Put it that way. Give me the Sharks here. Short road favorite, minus 125 here in that one. Final hockey game I'll talk about, and then I'll give you guys some bonus picks here. Tennis and soccer. We got Capitals and Kraken. Not interested at all in backing the Capitals year long. That's just the way I'm looking at it. I get they still have it a little bit of a shot. Grubauer has been pretty solid this year. 2.25 goals allowed per game. a 918 save percentage. You look what he's done as of late: 3 goals, 1 goal, 5 goals, 3 goals, 2 goals, 0 goals, 3 goals. I can trust him to hold the Capitals under 3. Is the Kraken going to get to 4? I don't know. I don't know. To me, I still like the Kraken to get this done. Here at home, they have played, I think they're better hockey on the road, though, but I can't get behind Washington laying anything with them. I just refuse to bet it. Not a team I've been wanting to back all year long, so I got to stick to my system of just fading the Capitals here. Give me the Kraken at home, a little bit of plus money here in that one. All right, I got 2 soccer bets here. Soccer bets. Tennis bets. I will get into the soccer bets too. Square as all hell. You got 2 fat favorites. I was actually expecting Coco Gauff to be more. Let me live check this line because this was a couple hours ago when I put these 2 names in. All right, it was 1 second. Gauff is still, yes, at the -200 and a -3.5. It's sketchy, but I still like the -3.5. I think she can go win this in straight sets. 6-3, 6-4 gets us -5.5 if you don't want to touch -200. What's sketchy and what's juiced is the -5.5 for Alcaraz. -5.5 at -135. I'm almost starting to look dim in yours way at the +5.5. The problem is I could see Alcaraz winning a 6-2 and then a 6-3 and then a 7-5, and that gets you your -5. And 6-3, 6-3, 7-5. I don't know. I don't know. I would have liked -4.5 with Alcaraz and no juice, but you get -5.5 with extreme juice. Again, he's also -550 on the money line, so I don't think he's going to win in straight sets. Demon Yours not going to go out like no B. Again, Australian Open here in his own backyard. I think Alcaraz is still head and shoulders the better tennis player and a lot younger. In the prime of his career right now, really the face of tennis outside of maybe Jannik Sinner. So, again, I'll quit ranting. Coco Gauff, Callers, Alcaraz. If you want a money line him, let me tell you what that is. -129 for a 2-teamer. Love that a lot. Actually, not bad value there if you want to just look for some parlay pieces. All right, 2 soccer dogs, St. Pauli and Werder Bremen. When I look here, Leipzig, no way they can lose 3 in a row, right? No way Leipzig can lose 3 in a row. Well, I'm going to say they do. Obviously, you can double chance these. Both of them, you can go double chance, or you can just take the money line. Again, the draw always is in play. Be very careful here. And then a Werder Bremen play is just me being kind of miserable person who likes to fade the public. Don't want to be on, is it Heidenheim or Hoffenheim? 1 second. Yeah, Hoffenheim. Sorry, I'm taking plus money. That's just my reason. Sorry, I want more plus money. I was actually expecting plus 300 with Werder Bremen to see plus 240. A little bit cheap or more expensive than I wanted. But again, I got to take these 2 dogs here. St. Pauli on the money line is plus 340. Double chance with them, you're actually getting some plus money. Again, double chance or money line. That's what I'm on in these 2 German Bundesliga games. Thank you guys very much for tuning in. Let me go back to the chat here. The second that soccer and tennis starts getting discussed, nobody wants to stick around, huh? Cal Dog is a tennis fan. I know that. So let me know what you think about those, Cal Dog. I get it. It's 2 favorites, but let's not overthink it. Those start also next 4 hours. Tennis is tricky. Sometimes it says it starts at 1 and then it don't start till 3 a.m., 4 a.m. You could be waiting all day. Again, shout out to DeAndre making an appearance for the chat. Real Love Only. Good to see him. Let's effing go. AOD. Detail for you. Good seeing you here in the chat. And, of course, Sonny here. I'm not going to talk about it no more. You already know what I've said a million times tonight. Kelly. Kel Dog up here. Shout out everybody in the chat. Good to see you guys. And let's make tomorrow a winning day. Actually, let me show you how today went. I'm still, again, 4-6 in my last 10. It was a 1-1 day. Who blew it for us? Yeah, the Bruins blew it for us. Ugly, ugly, ugly. I get it. It was a revenge spot for the Rangers, but they just now they want to show up and be a little chippy. That's why I can't stand them. Arizona gets it done for us here. Loved it. That was a buy low price. Had to go with it. So, yeah, we're looking tomorrow to probably have a hockey play for sure. Too much value on the board tomorrow. I like 5 college basketball games. I have to do some self-control tomorrow when it comes to college basketball, but I will find a couple plays for you guys there. No NBA tonight, and I could have had a massive day. Hawks would have had me nice and fat. I told you guys, stay away from those Pacers. Go against the golden rule of laying with the Hawks. Knew the Hawks would take care of business in a game in which they were actually down like throughout the whole entire game, and just turned it on in the fourth quarter. That's a sign of a bad team, those Pacers. Oof, 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 oof. Rick Carlisle, man. I can't remember the last time I seen a Rick Carlisle team like that. But yeah, I'll have some NBA tomorrow for you guys. That's all I got to say. Best of luck to everybody tomorrow. Make it a winning day. You guys have a good one. Peace.